comfort of tonight's tale as it brings you rest. Euphorbia and Kalma, guardians of the garden. This story is about a girl named Euphorbia and her bond with Kala, the garden guardian, as they ensure the safety and care of their enchanted garden. In the serene village of Whimsical, a girl named Euphorbia lived in a quaint cottage, surrounded by lush gardens. Every evening, Euphorbia would tend to the vibrant flowers and whisper sweet melodies to them, for she believed the garden was alive and could hear every word. The garden was indeed enchanted, protected by a mystical being called Kala, the garden guardian. Kala, with her willow-like hair and dress woven from petals, watched over Euphorbia silently, ensuring the garden thrived. One night, as the moon cast silver beams across the land, Euphorbia noticed an unusual rustling among the bushes. She approached cautiously, her heart pounding, only to find a wounded bird. Gently, she cradled the bird and whispered, "You will are safe now." Kala appeared beside her, her presence like a soft breeze. "I sensed your worry, Euphorbia," Kala said, her voice as soothing as the wind through the trees. Together, they tended to the bird, using the healing herbs from the garden. "Our safety is found in kindness and care," Kala whispered. As dawn broke, the bird spread its wings and flew away, a symbol of hope and safety restored. Euphorbia felt a warm glow in her heart, knowing they had nurtured life. From that day, Euphorbia and Kala's bond grew stronger. They continued to protect the garden and all its inhabitants, teaching the village children the importance of caring for all living things. The garden flourished, becoming a sanctuary where peace and safety reigned. And so, under the watchful eyes of Euphorbia and the guidance of Kala, Whimsical remained a haven of tranquility. Let's wander gently into the next story. With Full Bonds. This story is about Gazania, a human, and Dahlia, a celestial being, discovering and spreading joy in their village. In a quaint little village nestled between verdant hills and sparkling rivers, lived a young woman named Gazania. Her days were filled with the rhythms of nature, the songs of birds, and the whisper of the wind through the emerald leaves. Gazania had a rare gift. She could hear the emotions of the earth and clouds, translating their whispers into melodies on her flute. One luminous evening, as the sun began to melt into hues of gold and lavender, an unusual visitor arrived. Descending from the twinkling night sky was Dahlia, a celestial being of exquisite beauty and grace. Dahlia had come on a beam of starlight, her silvery wings shimmering with the essence of joy. Gazania greeted her with innate curiosity, her eyes sparkling with wonder. Dahlia explained that she had been sent from the celestial realm to bring a gift to the earthly beings, a gift that would help them rediscover pure, unadulterated joy. Intrigued and enchanted, Gazania invited Dahlia to her humble abode. The walls of Gazania's little cottage were adorned with hand-woven tapestries, depicting stories long forgotten and dreams yet to be unveiled. Together, they sat by the flickering fireplace as Dahlia revealed an iridescent crystal. "This crystal," said Dahlia, "holds the laughter of 1,000 stars, the happiness of countless dreams." Gazania's eyes widened with awe, and she lightly touched the crystal, feeling a surge of warmth and contentment. Over the coming days, the village transformed. With Dahlia's crystal, Gazania would play her flute and let the enchanting melodies float through the air, touching every heart. It was as though the stars themselves had come to live among them, spreading joy and laughter. The villagers, who once walked with the weight of their burdens, now danced with light hearts and open smiles. Children giggled in delight, elders exchanged stories of joy, and the bonds between people grew stronger than ever. As time went on, a powerful bond blossomed between Gazania and Dahlia. They became inseparable, two souls intertwined by their shared mission of joy. Dahlia learned the ways of the earth from Gazania, and Gazania absorbed the celestial melodies from Dahlia. One day as they played by the riverbank under a canopy of blooming flowers, Dahlia confided in Gazania that her time on earth was nearing its end. Gazania's heart ached at the thought of parting, but Dahlia reassured her. "Joy is eternal," she whispered. "As long as you spread it, I will always be with you." With those words, Dahlia ascended back to her celestial realm, leaving behind the shimmering crystal and countless joyful memories. Gazania continued to spread joy in her village, her melodies now enriched with the laughter and love of her celestial friend. So, the village basked in perpetual happiness, a living testament to the powerful bond formed between a human and a celestial being. The story of Gazania and Dahlia became a cherished legend, a tale of joy that would be told through generations. Let's journey on with another heartwarming story. Lily and Magnolia's Magical Book Adventure. This story is about a young girl named Lily and an owl named Magnolia who explore enchanted books together, discovering magical realms and forming an unbreakable bond. Lily had always loved books. Every night, before bedtime, her mother would read her a story from one of the enchanted books in their small library. One evening, as she nestled into her bed, Lily noticed a large, ancient book on the highest shelf that she had never seen before. Curiosity sparked in her eyes. She decided to take a closer look the next day. The following afternoon, as soon as she returned from school, Lily carefully climbed up to the top shelf and retrieved the dusty book. When she opened it, a soft glow filled her room, and to her amazement, an owl named Magnolia appeared from within its pages. Lily, wide-eyed and astonished, observed as the owl flapped its wings and began to speak. "Hello, Lily. I am Magnolia, the guardian of this magical book." Lily's excitement was immeasurable. Magnolia told her stories of faraway lands, incredible creatures, and hidden treasures, enchanting Lily with every word. Night after night, they would explore the intricate illustrations and vivid descriptions within the book, transported to places beyond their wildest dreams. One night, as the full moon illuminated the night sky, Magnolia suggested they venture into the book itself. With a wave of Magnolia's wing, they were suddenly inside the story, standing in a lush forest, filled with the fragrance of blooming flowers and the melody of chirping birds. They encountered kind-hearted giants, mischievous fairies, and wise old sages, who shared their wisdom. Each adventure brought them closer, their bond growing with every page they turned. Lily learned valuable lessons about courage, kindness, and the importance of imagination. She realized that books held the power to transport her to new worlds, where she could learn and grow. As their journey came to an end, Magnolia revealed a secret. Anytime Lily wished to return to the magical realms within the book, all she needed to do was open it and call Magnolia's name. Lily's heart swelled with gratitude and wonder, knowing she had a lifelong friend in Magnolia and countless adventures waiting them. The ancient book, now a treasured possession, held the promise of endless magic and joy. And so, every night, just before closing her eyes, Lily would whisper, "Good night, Magnolia," dreaming of the next adventure they would share. Let's continue with a new journey. Euphorbia and Nymphea's Glowing Journey. This story is about the adventures of Euphorbia and Nymphea as they bring hope and joy to the village of Lumina. In the quaint village of Lumina, nestled amidst rolling hills and lush forests, lived a young woman named Euphorbia, whose heart was as tender as the dew-kissed petals of morning flowers. She was known far and wide for her unique gift, the uncanny ability to foster hope and joy in the hearts of all she met. In the center of the village, there was an enchanting pond, where a little midge named Nymphia resided, shimmering with iridescent scales that reflected the colors of the rainbow. Nymphia had rare talent for sensing the feelings of those around her, and together with Euphorbia, they made an extraordinary pair. One day, as the sun began to set, casting golden hues across the landscape, Euphorbia sat by the pond, humming a gentle tune. Nymphia surfaced with a soft splash, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. Euphorbia, what tales do you bring today? She asked, her voice a soothing melody in the evening air. Euphorbia smiled warmly and said, "Today I want to tell you about a journey of hope, a journey that took me beyond the horizons." Nymphia's eyes widened with excitement. "Tell me more," she urged. As Euphorbia began to recount her story, the world around them seemed to fade, leaving just the two friends surrounded by the warm glow of their shared memories. "Years ago," Euphorbia began, "I set out to find a legendary flower known as the Lumina blossom. It's said to bloom only once every century and possesses the power to heal even the most sorrowful heart." The journey was filled with challenges. Every step tested Euphorbia's resolve. She crossed vast deserts, where the sun blazed like a relentless furnace, and trekked through dense forests, teeming with life. Along the way, she encountered people who had lost their way, each bearing a heavy heart. Euphorbia's gift shone brightest during these moments. She offered them words of encouragement, small acts of kindness, and above all, the gift of hope. With every kind word and deed, the path before her became clearer, and her determination grew stronger. Yet as challenging as the journey was, it was not without its moments of enchantment. There were nights under star-studded skies, where the constellations seemed to weave tales of their own. The imminent moon cast its gentle light, creating a symphony of silver across the landscape. During one such night, deep in the heart of an ancient forest, Euphorbia met a wise old owl. The owl, with feathers like the parchment of an old book, looked at her with knowing eyes. "You're closer to your goal than you realize," the owl cooed softly. "But remember, it's not just the Lumina blossom you seek. It's the journey that will make you whole." These words stayed with Euphorbia as she pressed on, feeling a renewed sense of purpose. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, she reached the peak of a serene mountain. There, bathed in the first light of dawn, stood the Lumina blossom, its petals shimmering like liquid gold. She could feel its power, a gentle pulse of life and hope. Euphorbia carefully plucked the flower, feeling a deep connection with it, and made her way back home. Upon returning to Lumina, she found the village had been shrouded in a somber mist. Times had been hard, and the villagers had lost much of their former joy. With the Lumina blossom in hand, Euphorbia stood in the village square and sang a song filled with the essence of hope she had gathered along her journey. The mist lifted, replaced by a warm, golden glow that enveloped the village. Joy returned to Lumina, and with it, the vibrant life once lost. Nymphia listened, enraptured by the tale. "Your journey was a beacon of hope for all," she said softly. "And it continues to shine brightly in our hearts." Euphorbia looked at her dear friend, her eyes brimming with tears of gratitude. "Yes," she replied, "and as long as we cherish hope, our hearts will always find light." And so, under the twinkling stars and the gentle embrace of the night, Euphorbia and Nymphia sat by the pond, basking in the glow of their shared story, forever intertwined by the threads of hope and friendship. Good night. May comfort and calmness fill your dreams.